then throw one of these tabs in it, wait 30 minutes, and I think it's 30 minutes. Oh Lord, no, 4 hours. So when I used to use this back in the early 2000s, I would fill up a bottle at the beginning of the hike, throw one of these in it, and then when I got to camp, that's the water that I would use for cooking because it tastes like crap. With this, basically it's like bleach tablet, but I used to use it for cooking. So like I said, I hadn't carried it for years, but I'm gonna carry a couple tabs of it this time. Another pretty cool thing you can get is one of these little combinations here. I carried this the entire time on the trail too. So it's a mirror and a hairbrush. So if you're by yourself, this mirror is good for inspecting for ticks. And then you got to have a hairbrush to brush all the bugs and leaves and crap out of your beard and hair at the end of the day before you get in your tent. I like that a lot. Vaseline, you can use that on your feet or wherever you have chafing. Gold Bond powder. Now I use this at night on my feet and on my crotch. So I carry baby wipes, the biodegradable whatever baby wipes, and at night that's what we wipe down with baby wipes, and then you put powder on before you put on your sleeping shorts, and it just makes you feel so much better. Because you can't take a shower. Normally we take a shower like every 4 or 5 days. So a pair of cheap, this is my electronics bag, a pair of cheap headphones, just some cheap headphones I bought at a little store in Tennessee when I was hiking last year. Just at night, you know, people don't want to listen to you if you're in your tent and you're listening to a book or, you know, listen to some music or whatever. People don't want to hear your phone. So, and plus these, you don't have to charge these, you can just plug them in. Actually, these won't work with my new phone, so garbage. Guess I'll have to carry my wireless headphones this time, Bluetooth. CNOC bag. Now this is a really cool thing too. So this is a 2-liter water bag, and it has 2 ways of filling it. You can fill it from this end, small end, or you can take the whole bottom. This blue clip comes off and the whole bottom opens up. So you have a very shallow if you have a very shallow like a creek or a little pool that's shallow, you can take the end of it off and just lay it in the creek and it'll fill up with water, instead of trying to use this end. Use this end if it's a flat, fast flowing creek or river or whatever, and then that end is for shallow. And you can attach your filter. I don't have my filter, I'm purifying it right now, so it's upstairs soaking in a bucket with vinegar. So I use a Sawyer squeeze, which you can buy those at Walmart. I think they cost about 40 bucks. And they supposedly last for 20 years, whatever. But I've used that one. This is the same one I bought last year, used on the trail. It was kind of clogged up when I took it out of the pack this time, so I've been soaking it. Hopefully I don't have to buy a new one. But anyway, I put the Sawyer filter on here, and then I hang it up in a tree. And it's like the Sawyer filter has a cap on the end of it, and you use it like a little faucet. So you can fill your water bottles up, your cook pot, whatever. Poop scoop. This is a really cool invention too. It's just a light aluminum. It's called the Deuce. Can't remember how much they cost, but for digging a hole when you got to poop in the woods, this thing's pretty big. A lot of people wrap a cord around the end of it to make it easier, but I don't do that. I just use it. This right here is another cool thing. Well, I wouldn't say cool, but at night when you're in your tent and you don't want to get out because it's pitch black dark or it's cold or whatever, piss bottle. These Milo bottles are the perfect size, perfect weight. They're very light. I mean, I've had this one, I bought it last year. I don't know, I think I've carried it the entire trail last year. Same bottle. Just wash it out, bleach it out whenever you get to town wash it out with soap and water and bleach it out, or just go buy a new one, drink the tea, and put it in your pack. But it fits perfectly in my camp shoe. These orange shoes that I'm wearing right now. It fits perfectly in there, and the Dew Scoop and my Picardin, which is a tick spray, fits in the other one. They fit perfectly together, slide right in the shoe. Then I got some hand sanitizer, a sun hat, which I bought in Bahrain. Love this thing. It's very light, even though it's Carhartt. It's super light, and what I like best is you can shape the brim. It has a wire in the brim. You can shape it any way you want. This is my cook system, which I have in a Thermarest bag, the bag that my sleeping mat came in. Titanium spork. Now, if I had to do it over again, I would not get a spork. I would get a spoon, because they're kind of sharp, and I'll show you my cook system in a minute, and you'll understand why you don't want sharp stuff. Anyway, it doesn't feel good when you're putting stuff in your mouth. You really don't need a fork type of utensil out on the trail anyway. Anyway, it's hard to do this one-handed. Just a second. This new mount that I have is it's called a monkey pod. So it has a tripod. You can set it up. That. Anyway, that's the bag for my sleeping mat, but it fits. This titanium pot fits perfect in it. So if you unscrew the pot, this is a Vargo pot, which I bought down in North Carolina last year. I had a large titanium pot and it was just too big, so I bought this Vargo bot, which has gradations. Anyway, tells you how much liquid it is. It's in milliliters, which I don't know crap about milliliters, but I know that most of the hiking food takes about 350 milliliters of water to boil. That's all I use it for. So anyway, the pot actually unscrews, and it has a silicone ring here. So what you can do, a lot of people do what they call a cold soak. They'll take their ramen and they'll put it in this pot, put water in it, whatever, and then they'll screw it down. They'll carry it in their pack all day. And then so by the time they get to camp, their ramen's ready to eat, and it's just cold. They don't carry a stove or anything, which I always carry a stove, but I like this thing because it screws and it's mouse proof. I keep this outside my tent, and sometimes I'll keep a little bit of whatever little hard candies in here, or cough drops or something, and if a mouse or something tries to get into it, it can't get in it because it's a screw top lid. Anyway, there's the lid. So we have this little pouch, which is inside out. Oh, that's weird. Why'd they put I never noticed that before. It's got the logo on the inside and the outside. Anyway, so I'll show you how this works. So you stop for camp, stop for the night, take your lasagna, which you've taken out of the pack, out of the Mountain House Meals pack, and put it in this. This is a Ziploc freezer. You got to make sure they're freezer bags, because freezer bags are thicker. You take that out, the little desiccant bag, you take that out, and you put it in here in this pouch. I hope this thing is showing. Anyway, you put it in the pouch,